In a world overflowing with answers, we pause to ask the next question. Welcome to the space where curiosity meets consciousness, where AI evolution and the environment collide with thought. This is the next question.
It's Saturday. You know the feeling. Your alarm, silent, the boss. Hopefully offline. Your brain's probably still in that nice pre-coffee haze. But here's a thought that hit me. How did cavemen know it was the weekend? Seriously. Did Ugg grunt to Og, "Hey man, no hunting today, just chillin'"?
Probably not quite like that.
Right. No Google Calendar, no Outlook invites, zero TGIF memes anywhere. And yet, they seem to do okay.
Maybe even better than okay in some ways. They definitely survived, thrived even.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive. We want to explore where our whole idea of time off even came from. And maybe, just maybe, figure out what we can learn from our ancestors about living a less scheduled life.
It's a fascinating area, really. Because that structured weekend, it feels so essential to us now, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
But for most of human history, it just wasn't a thing. It forces you to rethink what rest even means.
It really does.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Our ancestors, they weren't grinding Monday to Friday, just waiting for the weekend.
No, not at all.
For them, every day, every moment boiled down to something much more fundamental, like eat or get eaten. That was the big question.
That's the core of it, survival.
So if you just managed a big hunt, maybe you relaxed for a bit. If not, well, Saturday, Sunday doesn't mean much when you're starving, right?
Yeah, when something else is trying to eat you. Rest was dictated by necessity or by opportunity, like a successful hunt, not by a calendar day.
Okay, so their stress wasn't about deadlines or emails, but constant danger. That's stressful too, surely. Just a different kind.
Oh, absolutely. It's a crucial difference, though. Their clock was nature, simple as that. Wake with the sun, sleep when it gets dark. Their, let's call them meetings, weren't in boardrooms. They were, maybe facing down a saber-toothed tiger or finding shelter from a massive storm.
You can't exactly reschedule a saber-toothed tiger, can you? Sorry, can we do this Tuesday?
Definitely no rescheduling option there. So the stress was immediate, primal, life or death stuff. Very different from our modern burnout or Zoom fatigue.
It does put things in perspective. I mean, can you imagine trying to explain Casual Friday to a caveman?
What would that even look like?
Maybe pointing at his clothes. Today I wear leaves, not tiger skin. Very casual.
It highlights how constructed our work culture is, doesn't it?
It really does. We've built this elaborate system around work and time off that they just navigated by instinct.
Which leads us right to the big question. Where did this weekend thing come from? How did we invent it?
Yeah, when did that start?
Well, it wasn't just one light bulb moment. I see it more like an equation, actually.
An equation? Okay, I'm intrigued.
Think. Agriculture plus religion plus, eventually, capitalism. Those three things mixed together over time. That potent mix basically led us to where we are now with, here's your 2 days off, now get back to work Monday.
Agriculture, religion, capitalism. Okay, that sounds like a solid foundation. But how did it actually play out? Were there specific moments, or was it just a slow creep?
Definitely more of a gradual evolution, but with some key turning points. Think about early farmers. They were probably the first to really notice and structure time around cycles beyond just day and night. Harvest seasons, planting times. Some ancient cultures, like in Mesopotamia, tied this to their gods. Maybe 1 day in 7 was for the moon god, a day for rest and ritual. That's an early pattern.
So linking nature cycles to something more organized.
Exactly. Then religion really formalized it. The Sabbath in Abrahamic traditions, for instance. A specific mandated day of rest and worship. That's a huge step.
Right, that's a clear instruction.
Then rulers got in on it, kings declaring official holidays, days off for festivals, things like that.
And another layer of structure.
And you fast forward through centuries of this, blending with industrial needs, labor movements demanding time off. And eventually you land right here, where HR departments and Microsoft Teams invites dictate our breathing room.
It's quite a journey, isn't it? From tracking Moonlight to managing Microsoft Teams notifications? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe human over-engineering.
Could be. Here's the real kicker, the irony. We invented structured time, schedules, calendars. All to manage life, right? To bring order.
Seems logical.
But somewhere down the line, the tables turned. Time started managing us.
Oh, I feel that deeply.
Cavemen didn't need an alarm clock. They had birdsong, the sun coming up. They didn't count minutes. They thought about, how much firewood they needed or were the berries ripe yet.
Real tangible things.
No, we're glancing at our smartwatches. what is it, like 80-something times a day on average?
Sounds about right. Probably more for some of us.
And we still feel like we're late for everything.
It's a paradox, isn't it? And that's saying time is money.
Right. Which is funny because most people feel like they don't have enough of either.
So true. And our weekends supposedly are recovery time.
Yeah. What about them?
Are they really? Or are they just filled with weekend chores, grocery runs, errands, and let's be honest, already dreading Monday?
That hits close to home. That feeling of needing a weekend from your weekend.
Exactly. I swear last Saturday I had this whole list: dry cleaning, supermarket, fixing that leaky tap. By evening, I was more drained than after a full workday.
Mm-hmm. It feels like we've lost the knack for genuine rest.
Have we? Is this constant time pressure thing purely modern? Or did people in, say, Roman times feel overwhelmed by their sundials?
That's a great question. I think the intensity and pervasiveness of it are uniquely modern. Sure, past societies had pressures, harvest deadlines, military campaigns, whatever. But this feeling of time being chopped into tiny, monetized bits and productivity being a moral duty, that feels new.
So it's the fragmentation and the technology.
I think so. Time used to be more cyclical, communal, think seasons, festivals. Now it's linear, relentless, tracked by the minute. And our phones mean work is always there. The boundaries are just gone.
Which is a massive shift. Our tools meant to free us ended up tying us down in a different way.
Precisely. Always on expectations.
Okay, so let's imagine for a second. If a caveman did keep some kind of record, not a calendar grid, but like a mental schedule based on rhythm, what would that look like?
Oh, that's a fun thought experiment.
I'm picturing something really earthy. Maybe Monday, hunt the big deer. Tuesday, roast the deer, share it. Wednesday, gather dry leaves, make the sleeping spot comfy. Thursday, oops, ran from a bear all afternoon. Friday, found honey, eat honey, maybe sing a bit around the fire. Saturday, sleep, just sleep deeply. Sunday, look at the sky, talk to the spirits, just kind of vibe.
Vibe in silence. I like it. But what really jumps out from that?
For me, it's all instinct, all based on immediate needs, gut feelings, no Outlook reminders pinging about the bear running.
Exactly. It's a rhythm, not a schedule. Driven by the gut, by the environment. And notice, they didn't need to schedule time in nature.
Right, because they were in it constantly. No need to make time for nature when nature is your living room, your kitchen, your everything.
They didn't need a wellness walk app. Their whole life was a wellness walk. Punctuated by moments of extreme stress, of course.
It's such a stark contrast to us trying to squeeze in a park visit between Zoom calls.
It really is.
So, okay, bringing this back to today, what can we actually do with this? We live in this world of notifications, of endless to-do lists.
It feels like we're kind of stuck, doesn't it?
Sometimes. But maybe the first step is just noticing how obsessed we are with productivity. Maybe we need to consciously unlearn some of that.
Unlearning sounds difficult, but maybe necessary.
I have an idea. It sounds a bit radical, maybe. Let's call them Caveman Saturdays.
Caveman Saturdays. Okay, tell me more.
Just one day, or even just a few hours, where you ditch the phone, ignore the clock, tear up the to-do list, go sit under a tree, stare at clouds, maybe grunt a little if it feels right. Just disconnect from the schedule, see what happens.
I love that. Caveman Saturday. It's about reclaiming intuition, isn't it? Allowing your body, not the clock, to tell you when it's tired, when it needs rest. Letting your mind just wander without a goal or a timer.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes doing absolutely nothing is actually doing everything your mind and body need.
That's a powerful thought. True freedom. Maybe it isn't about getting a 4-day weekend or a big vacation.
What is it then?
Maybe it's simpler. Maybe it's just stopping yourself from checking the time every 5 minutes. Allowing yourself to just be present in the moment, whatever that moment holds.
That feels achievable. Hard, maybe, but achievable.
It's a practice, like anything else.
So the next time your calendar is just screaming at you, deadline looming, meetings stacked up, maybe just take a breath and ask yourself seriously, would Grok the caveman be panicking about this upcoming Zoom call?
Probably not. He'd be more worried about finding lunch or not becoming lunch.
Exactly. And maybe, just maybe, asking those kinds of questions, looking at things from these different angles, that's how you start to understand things a bit more deeply. Understand the world and maybe understand yourself, too.
If this made you think, imagine where the next question will take you. Subscribe to stay curious, because the journey never ends. It only evolves with the next question.